Well, in this video, I'm going to go over the new way, or I say new way, but the way of how to do the Hollah Dollah Money in Motion. So without further ado, here we go.
This March, Cajun Roots Reseller proudly presents Hollah Dollah Money in Motion Challenge. Come join the challenge and see who sells the fastest. Anyone can join in on the fun. Join us every Tuesday and Thursday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come and join the challenge and see who sells the fastest. Anyone can join in on the fun, and let's get ready to sell everything!
I say here at Cajun Roots Reseller, you give me an offer and I'll take it with no problem. I got an offer. I got the dollars. Let me have it, please. I got the dollars. Let them have it. You got the dollars? We got the offer? Let them have it with no problem. Let them have it. Well, hello, how y'all are? Here's Johnny. I'm also known as the Cajun Roots Reseller. I'll go thrifting, garage sales, estate sales, and anything I can find on clearance to resell on eBay, Mercari, and any other platforms I can find, including my antique mall booth, where I do the shopping for you. Will I ever stop thrifting or garage sales? Who? Not me. And now, welcome to the Hollah Dollah Money in Motion Challenge, Part 2. All right, the way we're going to do, and again, if this is your first time coming to the channel, I want to thank you for coming and coming upon the channel. If you're here to join us with the Hollah Dollah Money in Motion Part 2, because yes, we did complete a whole first series of the brackets, and we do have a crowned winner. And so now we're going to do Part 2, which is the same exact thing, but a whole new round of new people. And so when you come in, we're going to be dropping some links. Now, when you drop your links, the links are going to be from any platform you have except Bonanza. And what you're going to do is you're going to link. And when you get the link, it's going to be for an item that you would like to promote. Always make sure you check the chat, because there's always going to be somebody in the chat saying, I'm looking for. That is a hint to if you have that particular item, get that link, drop it in the chat. You never know who's going to buy it. You never know what they're going to be looking for. And again, this way here, it helps you sell quicker, because remember, the faster you sell, the quicker you get on the brackets, because there's going to be 2 brackets of 16. So once we get the first bracket of 16 filled, then we go down to the second bracket of 16. That's going to be 2 different brackets. Those are the ones who are going to go on to compete to each other against each bracket of each square of 2 until we get from the 16 down to 8. Once we get down from those 8 to 4, from those 4 to 2, and on as you can figure out the rest. Once we get both bracket 1 and 2 filled, those from that bracket who continue to go on and get to the number 1 spot, they will go head to head to see who will be the champion. And then from there, that champion of this bracket's of bracket number 2, round 2, we'll go ahead and compete against the person who won in round 1, which was Pammy. And so we did do a video on all those, all the lives. We're going to be doing this every Tuesday and Thursday with my co-host Dawn from Two Hip Chicks and Victoria from Adventures with Victoria. So hopefully you enjoy the show. Come in and tell everybody about it. I've seen a lot of people in the chats and give me messages and emails letting me know that they have had more sales, producing more sales, more than what they usually do on either a weekend or a particular day of the week. And so this has boosted sales for others while they're in the chat and promoting their channel or their platform that they're working on. And so come on in, enjoy the fun. Come in and drop a link, try to be on the brackets, and then I'm going to go through and I'm going to show you an episode on what we do with the brackets. You'll see that in the video. And one more thing I want to mention, when you're doing your links, please make sure when you pull something from either platform except Bonanza's, make sure it's a link to your store and not your whole store link. And then second of all, you can pick any item. Try not to pick an item that is for auction. If you are listing something that has something on auction, please make sure it is available to buy it now or make an offer, because you got to make sure the goal is to sell it through within the show before we actually exit or end the actual production of that video for that day for that live. Once the show ends, all sales are done for that show. So the point of it is you want to make sure you get it within the show before we exit the show for the evening. Also, another thing is when you're doing your items, you can have any item when you do the platform. If you have multiples of an item, that's fine, but you got to remember you may want to make an offer, because what I do when I have multiples available, I also offer if you buy more than 1, 2, or 3, there's different brackets. I give them 10, 15, and 20% off if they purchase more than, if I have like maybe 10 of the specific item, you can do that. You can bring it in. So make sure that you do have some type of incentive. We've had some people offer free shipping. Some people have made offers, send them an offer during this program. And it's been fun. And so we have completed round 2. So this is now we've completed. We have completed round 1 already. So now we're in round 2. And so at number 2, we're looking for a whole new winner. So it's time to come on in, drop a link, and let's see who wins the fastest of a bracket. And also while playing, what we're going to do is if you see when you see the word go multiple, and I'm going to have that already typed up to where I just put it in the chat and I'll be talking. And once you see the word go, you can drop your links. Now what we're going to do is we try to make sure we count for the first 6. Now sometimes there may be 7 or 8 is fine. But as long as you make it between the go and the stop. Now some reason you want to make sure you're in live chat, not top chat when being on the videos. Also the fact is when you're doing your links, once I say stop, we're going to take everything from between the go and the stop in the chat. For some reason, I had an issue where somebody said that they dropped the links, but I did not see anything. So I don't know what's going on with that. I know we've been having some issues with the platform itself. People are typing things in the chat and it's not there. So please bear with us. We'll try to do so as much as we can. If you would, while during the show, because I do have my phones with me at all times, send me a message either on one of my platforms. I do have all that in the links below the video. So that way, if you have an issue, let me know while we're in the show, because I will be able to check it, whether it's on Facebook or Instagram. And that way I can get to it immediately and see if we can take care of that issue or that problem at that time. We do have issues every now and then, but again, we know how Facebook, YouTube is every now and then, and it happens. And so, again, remembering you can do any link to a particular item. It's okay if you have multiples. It's okay if you have it on auction. But please make sure that if it is an item that is on auction, that it does have a offer or buy it now, or you can send an offer. So as long as you have something like that, because you got to remember, you want to sell it during the show. And I believe I covered everything, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one more thing, and I'm going to actually show you the way we do this on the brackets, so you get more of an idea of how I'm doing the brackets. All right, as I promised, here's the brackets. Oh, Lord, my beard's all messy. Lord Jesus. Anywho, this is the bracket that we just finished. So I'm going to go over it. As you see right here, here's our winner, Miss Pammy. She was the grand prize winner of the first round of the Hollah Dollah Money in Motion. So now we're going to start round 2. And so I'm going to give you an idea of what the brackets work like, especially if this is your first time coming into the channel with the Hollah Dollah Money in Motion. And so here we are with the first set of brackets. Now what it is that there's going to be 16 rounds. Like I said in the video, as far as earlier, where you have to be the first 16 to get in the brackets. Well, this is what I'm talking about right here when you see all these brackets right here. The idea is to get your name on that first round of 16 in one bracket. If you get your name on this bracket, you're good to go until the next round. Now, remembering, when we do the go and stop between the chats, that's when I ask you to put your links in. That is for you to come into the bracket right here, as you see right here on this chart. Now, what's going to happen is once those 16 are done and we get those 16 filled, then we're going to go to round 2 of the second bracket, which is the bottom set of 16. So you have 2 sets of 16 for the bracket. Even though there's 4 brackets, I'm going to tell you what the other side is all about. So as you see in the second round, then you have another 16. So if you're on the first bracket, round 1, guess what? You can also be in bracket 2, round 2 of the second set of 16. So always make sure you have your links ready when you see the word go. Put them in the chat when we say to. And one thing we were asking is making sure that if you're in round 1, for example, you were able to get your links in the chat. We ask that you skip a round. So in other words, if you're in round 1, don't put any links in round 2. Or if you're in round 2, don't put any links in round 3. And vice versa until we get all rounds done. We can do anywhere from 6 to 8 rounds per show, depending on how fast we go through, because I will be showing each item 3 times. The first time, I'll go through descriptions, how much, the shipping and no shipping, go through all the pictures. Then the second 2 rounds, I'm basically going to go down to just the pictures, how much, and then shipping. And then the last round is just a matter of the pictures. But while those links are in the chat, you can go straight to those links yourself while watching the video. If you want to buy something or if you have something in mind, make sure you write it in the chat. I'm looking for, because that does help you get a buy, much less a sale, if you're trying to get your name on the bracket. And again, we do have some people in the chat who do not sell on any platform, but they come in and enjoy the show and buy things when they're looking for certain things. Again, you always got Mother's Day, Father's Day, Easter, all these other holidays. And if you're like me, which I start purchasing anywhere from January to February through the year, and I pick them up through the year in a special spot in the house. That way I know where they're always at, and that way I'm having them ready to where I don't have to rush at the end during Christmas season. So anywho, back to this. So after the round 1 bracket, you get your name on that bracket, you can always come back and get your name on the second bracket because there's 2 different rounds. So what's going to happen is once all 16 are done, then what we're going to do is I'm going to call in the chat. And if you can't make it on a particular day, that's why we're only doing this on Tuesdays and Thursdays, by the way, because that was what the poll said when I did a survey. What's going to happen is when you're on brackets, for example, in this round we had Cajun Reseller and Wendy compete together to see who won that round. The first person who sells out of them 2 go to the next bracket, and so on until the end. Then what's going to happen is each bracket is going to compete to see who gets the quickest that sold their item to get on the next bracket. And then once this happens, everyone in these brackets are going to compete together, and so on. Now, on this particular side, on the other side of the brackets, everyone who purchases on the purchase side of somebody who's selling something and you buy it, you're going to be on that side of the bracket, because then you can be on that side as many times as you buy. It doesn't matter. Because what we do with all of these is we take every one of the names. Now, mind you, if you purchase something, even though somebody made the bracket, and you bought something else other than that one item and somebody purchased it, again, as you see here, I got extra names here, here, and all through here, because there was others that purchased at that same round when we were doing the competition part of coming down, so you can have your name in here multiple times. Then what's going to happen is everybody in this set of brackets right here will then be put into a drawing, because Victoria's going to do one, and Dawn from 2 Hip Chicks is going to do the other drawing, winning package, gift, or winning prize. And what's going to happen is once you do that, you'll be put into the bracket. And as you see right here, like the buyer side, we had the top bracket winner and the bottom bracket winner. So each person is going to be able to win a prize, and then we'll get it shipped to you after the show's over with. And that's how we're going to do that portion of the buyer side who buys something. And then, of course, on the winner side, we go all the way down here. And again, this was last week's, or the last one we had. It was against Pammy. And she won the bottom bracket, and then in the top bracket we had Adventures with Victoria. So her and Pammy went together, and then of course Pammy won out of that competition. And that's how that's going to work. We do 2 set of brackets for you to get on the bracket, and again, remembering that's how that works. Try to get your name in here as quickly as you can. Once you get to each round, we ask that you skip around, and then I'm just kind of recapping for this portion now. Just make sure you put your links in. You can have any link you have from any platform except Bonanza, because that's more of a pull-in, import from other platforms kind of thing. So when you do come in and drop a link, make sure it's a link to an item you want to sell. Do not drop the link to your whole store, marketplace, or anything like that. Just make sure it's to an item. Now also, again, I'm going to cap on this as far as a recap. You can do any link you want. It can be an auction, but I ask that you make sure that it is something that you have that you can make an offer or buy it now as well. Because you got to remember, the item is not to the idea is not to sell it on an auction and you got to wait after the show in case if it sells. Your item is to make sure it sells during the production of the show while it's live. And you want to make sure it's sold before we end the show so you can get credit and be put on the bracket. So if you do have something that is an auction item, please make sure you have it either on accept an offer or buy it now. And then again, if you have multiples, that is fine. We did change that. There were some things we were tweaking out of the first round of video, so that's why I'm redoing this video to show you the new updates. And it was brought to my attention with a great question in an email, so I really thank that person for sending me that email with that question. And so yes, you can drop a link. Again, only from the word go to stop. Once we get those, anybody who's between that, you get put in there to show your auto item. You can have multiple items listed because, again, you got to remember, my way I do my offers for multiple items is I offer a discount. If it's more than one, the first one or more, 1 or 2, If you buy the second one, it's 10% off any amount you buy after that. And if it's more than 2, you get 15% off, and more than 3, you get 20% off. So that's what I offer in tiers from somebody who may be buying something that I have multiples of. So just keep that in mind. Come in and have some fun. Hopefully you can sell and get on the bracket. And again, if we don't see your link in the chat or something happens, because we've been having some issues that I'm noticing in some of the chats as well, not just mine. People typing in the chat and they don't get seen in the chat. So if you don't mind, just rush me or send me a Facebook message or Instagram. I always have my phone right here next to me when I'm doing the live, so I can always see it. I do have it on vibrate, but I'm always constantly looking at the phone as well. So I think what I might do now is I might leave it on a lower volume so I can hear it. Make sure I get that information quickly and take care of it as soon as we can while we're in the show. For those who may have been having any problems. And I don't want to keep rambling on, because I think this is basically, we've done it for our first round already, and I'm just kind of touching bases for the new ones that are coming in, and kind of the tweaking that we did to tweak it out, and you get some of the kinks out and that kind of thing. And so I think it's going to run a lot smoother. And again, if you have any questions, please feel free to put them in the bottom of the video when it goes live. Send me an email, a message, or whatever the case may be. But if you put it in the video, that helps the channel. And make sure you spread this out. Share it on your social media for me. That is one of the best ways to share this and have others coming in, as well as you can enjoy having a good time and others can come in as well. We have a good time in the chat. So with that being said, hope you enjoyed the show. Hope this helps you a lot. And good luck to all of those who come in and participate. Again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. It is an honor to be able to do this for you, as it was asked that I do something like this, and I'm bringing it to what you're asking. And again, I'm enjoying this, and seem like everybody else is as well. And hopefully this will help you boost your sales, not only in the show, but in your platforms. So again, thank you so much. God bless, and have a fabulous day. And again, I want to thank you for coming and watching the show. Again, thank you for coming and participating. I hope everybody's having fun with this. This is something I'm bringing to you as it was requested in one of my morning shows, and I love helping others in any way that I can. I'll look at it this way: if I can help one person a day, I've accomplished what I wanted to do for that day. And so with that being said, thank you so much for coming and watching the video. Thank you for always coming and supporting me in the lives in the morning. Don't forget to subscribe, because that is all free. But make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the button, because that does help the channel. But one important thing, don't forget, if there is any questions, I'm going to start making sure that I do answer those questions in the show. Whether it's this show for the Hollah Dollah, the morning show, whatever morning, or any lives that I do. Make sure you put questions in the chat for me, because I'll bring it up, and you never know when your question is going to come on the air for an item of a question that you may have in this video or any other video I do. And so that being said, thank you so much for coming. And if you're first time here, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and also make sure you hit the bell of notifications. There's there's 3 of them. Make sure you hit that top font, the very top one, because it says all notifications. Because you never know when I'm doing the bingo, the Hollah Dollah, the a royal auction, the hump day auction. So this is Monday through Friday, and every other Saturday I do a royal auction. So with that being said, thank you so much. God bless. Love always. Love is always free. Please be kind to one another until we meet into another chat or a live. Have a blessed and fabulous day. Later.